Good morning everyone. This is the Hindu newspaper for the day, which is 29th of April 2022, and in this small video I will be telling you the most important articles for the day that you must read from today's newspaper. This is the front page for our newspaper, and this is the first news. This news is about the 5G services. Government is planning to start the bidding for the 5G spectrum in August and September, and if it goes smoothly in next 3 or 4 years, 5G services can be easily rolled out almost throughout the India. So in this article we can a little bit know about that, then when bidding is going to start. But this article also tells us about the concerns of the companies like Airtel, Jio and all that, and concern is about the pricing. Actually this article does not provide too much of the detail. It will be done later on when this bidding will start and everything. But from our exams perspective, what we can do, we can know about the 5G. What is the meaning of the 5G, how 5G technology works, what are the drawbacks, what are the benefits of 5G technology, what are the all over the world where 5G technology is adopted, and what is the meaning of spectrum. All those things can be covered from our GS paper 3 from our science and technology section. So that article can be read from that perspective, right? Next topic that we have is keen on lifting Upsc from Northeast. Upsc is a very old topic. We have already covered it maybe in the past, because when there was attack in the Nagaland and the 13 civilians were killed, at that point of time the Hindu newspaper covered this Upsc issue in very much detail. But again, this is a statement given by Mr. Modi, our Prime Minister, and he says that slowly and gradually Upsc would be removed from the Northeast, remaining part of the Northeast basically. So from our exams perspective, which is GS paper 3, from here, from internal security wala section, internal security and problems of the Northeast, separatist activities and all that, from that perspective this topic can be covered. We should know what is the meaning of Upsc, what is the section, what is the act, background of the Upsc. Even we need to know for the mains perspective what are the arguments which are given in favor and arguments given as counter argument of Upsc, the criticism of Upsc. So that topic can be covered from that section in much detail. This particular news may not be that much important, but this whole issue is very important. West Bengal offers seat to student back from Ukraine. So basically those students who returned from the Ukraine, this news is from them because maybe they were in the 3rd year, 4th year, 5th year, or some of them would be doing internship there in Ukraine, and most of them are there for the medical purpose. Some students are for the dental as well. There are 4 or 5 students they are doing from engineering as well. So when they came to India, so there is no future guarantee for them what they are going to do. So West Bengal government actually is providing some sort of help to them. West Bengal government actually offers them to take admission in their own state colleges. So that topic can be covered from that perspective. Otherwise not that much important, I don't think so. Then let's move to next page, and next page talks about this editorial, which is revisiting death penalty jurisprudence. It's a very important topic. If you have not covered this topic in the past, it will tell you about the death penalty. It is going to tell you about that what are the factors that Supreme Court considers while delivering the death penalty to somebody else, and what are the factors that should not be considered. What are the factors in international practices that we are adopting for delivering this death penalty and all that. So that can be covered, and you must also cover the death penalty favors in arguments in favor and arguments in against the death penalty. All those things can be covered, and why still India is actually amongst one of the few countries where death penalty is still very much prevalent, and basically it is present. So why India has still not has not remove this death penalty from our statute. So that can be covered from here. It's kind of very important. You can go through it. Then we have this small editorial section which is said in haste. So basically government has approved vaccination for the children as well, and all over the world there are not very convincing arguments or convincing studies that tell us that coronavirus is going to be very deadly for the children. It is observed all over the world that this is not that much deadly for the children, and then why Indian government is hell bound to provide this vaccination to the children. So basically this argument tells us that this is a decision taken by the government in very much haste, speedily. Further studies and further research needs to be done in this area. So from that section that can be covered. Then we have next page. Yes, this is a very important topic, and it talks about the election reforms and the election campaignings and the freebies, subsidies, and the free services which are announced by the political parties to the people when there are election in a particular state. We have seen so much in Punjab and all other states that how these political parties offer free things, free cycle, free electricity, free fertilizer, a loan waiver, and everything. So this article is actually covering all those things, that what is going to be the impact of all these subsidies and freebies on the fiscal stability of a particular state. So that article can be covered from that section, because in the past also Election Commission of India actually appealed Supreme Court to remove this practice, but Supreme Court has not done anything regarding that. So that section can be covered. Actually, you may find that size of this article is very huge, but hardly 4 or 5 points are very much important. So they are also telling us about the type of subsidies that government provides. Some type of subsidy can be easily can be said good. Some subsidies are very bad as well. So they have also tried to distinct between both type of subsidies as well. So from that section you can cover that topic. Otherwise this is not important. Now let's move to next page. Next page that we have is page number 8, where we have this explainer section, and this Russian roulette with the gas supply, this is already covered in yesterday's newspaper, because Russia has banned the supply of the gas to Bulgaria and Poland, and more countries may be in the line. So that can be covered from that section. Agar aapne wo kal nahi kiya hai, then you can cover this topic as well. Then we have this demand of the revenue share in the privatized airports. Yes, you can read it from the surface only. This can be covered from the GS paper 3, where we have disinvestment policy wala chapter, and in which they are trying to argument that because land is a state subject, right, and government of India, what they are doing, they are trying to transfer these airports which are built on the state land to the private parties. So state governments are demanding that they should also be shareholder, and they should also get benefit when these airports are being privatized by the central government. So this article can be covered from that section. What is the meaning of disinvestment? What is the meaning of privatization? Why government is doing so much of privatization? What is the benefit of that in the long term? What are the counter arguments that you can also say about the privatization? From that section, from the mains perspective, you can cover this topic. Next page that we have is page number 10, and here we have some articles like meritorious candidate can get general categories. Supreme Court has also done this great job, and they have said that OBC candidates basically whose marks are more than the candidates from the general category. So those candidates from the OBC section can take a job in the general category. So you can read this article definitely from the reservation sector, OBC Mandal Commission, Indira Sahani judgment and all that. You can cover from that section. This can be covered from our GS paper 2, where we need to do social justice. In social justice, reservation is a very important topic for us. Counter arguments and arguments in the favor of the reservation. So that topic can be covered from that there as well. This is not that much important. Nothing very good points here. India Bangladesh discuss high level visit. It is just a visit, and no concrete initiatives have been taken. So from that section it is not covered. But yes, from our GS2, from our international perspective, India and the neighborhood, we must cover this relationship between India and its old neighbors, a history of India and Bangladesh, because we were one at that one point of time. So that topic can be covered from that section, and it's a larger topic basically. From in that larger topic, this can be just mentioned somewhere or here and there. So yes, that can be covered if you want to, otherwise not that much detail there. Then there is this topic. This particular news is not important but this topic may be important, because this topic covers the GST as well. This topic also covers the federalism as well. So from GST, GS paper 3, and the federalism from GS paper 2, that can be covered, because when it comes to financial powers, center is more powerful than the states, and the states have very limited sources to generate some revenues. And this petrol, diesel, alcohol, these are some of the avenues they can generate. So from that section, this is done that because on petrol and diesel, center and state, they actually levy their own taxes. So that is from that section, because prices of petrol and diesel are very high. And why they are high? Because center is charging very large sum of taxes, and the same for the states. So what is the best way to reduce the price of the petrol? That is to reduce the taxes. taxes from the central government and the state government. So from that perspective, GST, taxation and all that topic can be covered. This particular news is kind of very political, so it can be left in that section. Opposition parties flee center for the LIC IPO. Again, this can be covered from the GS paper 3, which talks about the disinvestment and the investment policies of India, privatization. This can also be covered from the capital market as well, where we cover our stock exchange, we cover our the IPO and all that, and so that thing can be covered from there. What is the meaning of IPO, what is FPO, what is the role of the SEBI, what is capital market, how these investments are done, what is the policy of the government and all that section. So that can be covered from that section. It's a larger topic. But only when you know the larger topic you can cover these small topics, otherwise it is very difficult to understand these topics. Then we have this center employment survey, finds addition of the 4 lakh jobs. So this is a survey which is done quarterly by the government, and they are coming up with a new observation. They are saying that in some last few months, Indian government actually they have generated 4 lakh jobs in the formal sector. So from that section you can cover. It's a larger topic from the GS paper 3. Where you should know about the unemployment, types of unemployment, and methods of unemployment. What is the meaning of the workforce? What are the methodology that government has taken to do away with the to calculate this unemployment rate and all that? What are the steps being taken by the government to reduce the unemployability in India? So those that larger topic is there, but from there we can know few things from here, like they have mentioned NSO, they have mentioned CSO, they have mentioned PLF as well. PLF has, so these small topics can be covered from there. And but I need to tell you that we also provide you the PDF also of the newspaper in very much detail. If you are interested in getting the PDF, please join our Telegram channel. This is iTube classes UPSC, and the link of this is going to be given in the नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में दिया होगा. So from there you can click the link and you can get the PDF as well. Another topic that we can have is this: center reinstates the J&K IAS officer Shah Faisal. When Article 370 was removed, so this Mr. Shah Faisal has given the resignation. Although his resignation was not accepted, but yes, it's a long battle. It's been like 2 or 3 years. Now he's again reinstated in the services because he actually violated the code of conduct of the civil servants. So what is the code of conduct? So this can be covered from the GS paper 4. What is the code of conduct for the civil services? What are the recommendation of the ARC? What is the Nolan committee and the principles of the Nolan committee? From that section, that topic can be covered from the GS paper 4. Otherwise, this topic can be left, nothing important in there. Next page that we can have is this page number 13. It talks about the world affairs. So this news can be left. It is all about Ukraine, Russia, America and all that. So we are totally fed up of these topics now. That can be left. Then we have this Z Global Security Initiative. China has actually proposed this Global Security Initiative. They are trying to counter actually Quad and AUKUS, right? Because Quad is called Asian NATO by China. So from that perspective, it can be covered. Otherwise, not too much details are given here. But yes, China is trying to counter, USA, Britain, Australia, India, from these all things, right? So that can be covered from that sense. Otherwise, we do not have. So that is the business page. So that can be also antitrust regulatory CCI. Yes, that can be covered. What is the meaning of CCI? Competition Commission of India. How competition is ensured? How these big corporates are actually using the unethical trade practices and all that. So that topic can be covered from there. It's a very small topic, not that much big. Then we have this ECGC to seek RBI node payment of the, what is the meaning of Forex, what is the role of RBI, how RBI maintains the Forex, what are the components of the Forex, and what is the impact of the huge Forex if a country has. So that topic can be covered from there. Otherwise, no other topics are there. So though, friends, this is the whole newspaper for the day, and these are some 8 to 10 topics that you must read from today's newspaper. Some of them might be very important, some of might not be that much important. But yes, if you know your syllabus, from your syllabus perspective and from analyzing your syllabus previous year questions, you can definitely know what are the most important topics for your newspaper. So this is all for the day. Thank you very much. All the best. Jai Hind.